Okay guys, so this is a recording. First of all, I should have known that this wasn't going to be a good day. I went on this shoot. This is the a Presbyterian church near where I live in Coral Gables, and I wanted to just basically get an aerial view on the way up and passing the cross and whatnot in the air. And I should have known this wasn't going to be a good day because I went to, I put the first battery in and went to start my flight, and the battery was dead. I don't know how I got this battery mixed up. I only really used two, but somehow I got a battery that was not fully charged into the Phantom. Anyway, so I took that out and got another battery and then started my flight. What happens in this flight is that for no reason that I'm aware of, I mean, I have my suspicions, and I'll go over that in a minute. My Phantom basically went home. My transmitter stopped responding. I couldn't control anything. It's about 5 minutes and 50 seconds into the flight, and at that point, again, I'm standing directly underneath it. There isn't a lot of clearance between where the trees start behind me. You can see here where I'm coming down, but basically there's very little clearance between where I'm standing and the trees behind me. So I'm looking almost directly up, and my transmitter is looking directly up. It's not that big. I mean, I'm talking maybe, I don't know, 50 or 60 feet, if that. I don't even think it's that, between the ground and the top of the cross. But something happened, and at like I said, somewhere like 5:50, I lost control. I could not control the quadcopter. Now, fortunately, what happened is that it basically just did its go home routine. But again, I did not power off my transmitter, and I was directly in line of sight the whole time. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this is a very short distance from what I normally fly. I'll often fly, a couple hundred feet from where I am, and I've never had a problem. Now, the only thing that I can think of that may have caused this, and by all means, comments or experiences that any of you guys may have had, I'd sure be happy to hear them, because to this day I don't really know what happened. Is that I have been flying now for quite a while. I probably have somewhere in the area of 20 to 30 flights without changing the battery without changing the batteries on the transmitter. As you know, it's four AA batteries, and the batteries that I had in there are not all that great. You'll see here where I'm taking the measurements of the batteries. This is the only thing that I can explain. This is the only thing that I can conclude that may have happened, is that these batteries were weak. Now you'll see here that most of these batteries are, all four batteries are in the 13. I think none of them go over 13. 1.391. And they're all, 1.389, 1.390, 1.3, somewhere in there. And like I said, anywhere between 20 and 30 flights that I hadn't changed the batteries. I didn't get any warning from the transmitter. The flight started off just like any other flight, but that's the only possible explanation that I have. I changed the batteries, and I have flown it since then. Let's see, 5 times on the new batteries, and fortunately this hasn't happened again. Because I gotta tell you, I kind of freaked out. I had never, like I said, I've flown it a few times already, and everything has always gone very, very well. But this thing, you get real uneasy when you're basically not able to control You're basically watching your quadcopter do whatever the hell it wants to do, because I had no control of it. And you talk about an uneasy feeling. I mean, if any of you guys have ever experienced anything like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And again, I I was a little apprehensive because of the trees behind. At a few seconds after this happened, and right, you know, I think it's 1350, somewhere in here, somewhere in this area here is where you're going to see that. Oh man, I've lost control. I can't control it anymore. And I'm really worried because the space between where I'm standing and the church and the front, right there is where I've lost control. Right there, this thing is going into home. Right there, I've got no control, and I'm freaking out. I don't mind telling you. And as it's coming down, it gets really close to some trees. Again, you know, even if it were to fall down and and hit the trees and actually fall, it's not that big a fall. But I don't know how to put into words just the uneasiness that you get uh, when you have no control. Like, again, it's all looking very good. But I have I don't like this feeling. And again, right there is where you see it comes real close to hitting these trees, and you can see the space between me and the front of the church is very small, and there's trees all around. So when I started this, I looked for an open sky, um, but you know, there wasn't a lot to be had there. Anyway, this was my experience, and if this has happened to any of you guys, and you have a reason why, boy, I'd sure like to hear it. Anyway, thanks for watching.